Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. I am your Dungeon Master this evening, John Heath Clark. Let's meet our fabulous party.
Hello, everyone. My name is Devin Bryant. I play Walker in Summer, a Tabaxi rogue soul knife who has new family now, which is awesome. He's got a nephew, little Shield of the Dawn or Spear of the Dawn, and a sister-in-law who he is traveling with on a diplomatic mission to save the world. It's a very important kitty. And the captain of the ship, just so everybody knows.
Always the captain. Captain wins.
The captain.
Hi, my name is Zeke Stewart. I'm playing Euclid Clausen, a Asimar warlock. Wild magic warlock, actually. I have, my patron is my former character, Skimmerhorn von Mikhael, who ascended to godhood at Polynisos, which is where we're going right now, so I guess I will run into him sometime soon. I also have sold my soul before, but my god died, but now they're back to life, and the long story short, I have worms in my face and now in my body, and they're waking up again. They used to be dead worms, and now they're all squiggly. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Penny. I'm played by Victoriano. I am a cleric of the Raven Queen and Twilight, and I don't like boats. Oh, I'm a dwarf, but I'm really tall.
For a dwarf.
At 4'10".
Very tall.
Very tall.
So, last time we were in Maji Macaulay, Walker's homeland, where a asteroid fell to Earth, therefore becoming a meteorite, and where it was discovered a horrible projection of a skull lord appeared that was animating the dead animals of this elephant graveyard. It was defeated, and then the long journey across the ocean began to Polynisos, where there will be a great meeting of the luminaries of this world, a meeting of the minds to discuss what to do about Atropos. We join the party on the beginning of this long ocean voyage across the Great Sea.
Where is my...
Where's your hat?
Oh.
You don't wear a hat when you're on the ship. I've never noticed that. I always pictured that you'd be wearing like a tricorner sort of get up.
Well, you see, I would have to put holes in it for my ears, and I just really don't want to do that. If they would just make a hat for me.
I mean, Faye can knit you one. Would you like a knit cap?
It could be like a knit cap, and your ears fit within fake ears. So it's like there's ears that are made on top for your actual ears.
Oh, you knit too?
So it's like ear knits. No,
That
I do
is
not knit.
something I can get behind.
I just watch.
Okay, gotcha.
Pete is nearby, and he says, "Oh, is someone talking about me? It's been a little while. I was oh, hello. Do you need something made or something done? I would love to do something like that. It's just been, so long since anybody's asked me for help."
Well, my boy, you have a mission. Can you believe? You are to make the captain a hat fit for a captain.
Do you want something like a traditional tricorner, or something like a little beanie, or I could even get a little spinny top if that was something you wanted?
Oh yeah.
Or like perhaps a skull cap?
I believe I asked for a hat fit for a captain. So,
Well, any hat I made would be fit for you. That's part of being a tailor.
you are okay. All right. Well, we'll see what you come up with.
Oh, all right. Great. No direction. All right. I'll okay.
I have direction.
Please.
So, like, I think that you could like measure his ears and then like make a knit cap that includes his ears, but also have like an outward little square to everything, so that like his ears are protected, but they're also warm and they're like little ear muffins.
Sure. Yes, I can. And he pulls out a little bit of measuring tape and other stuff and says, "Could you kneel down for me, please? You're so tall."
Okay. And I do.
And then he measures your head and says, "This should be easy enough. I will get back to you as soon as possible."
Wow.
Any of the rest of you need anything while we're at it?
Not sure. I feel like I needed a winter coat, but I think we're done with that. We're going warm now. No. I'm good.
Okay. And then he
Maybe some
he goes
socks.
back to his little loom. Socks,
Oh,
sure.
Socks, yeah.
I'll make you the most breathable, lovely, soft little socks. Your feet will feel like they're walking on sunshine.
Maybe make them a little scratchy. Like, you know, just to remember that you have socks on.
If that's what you need, I can do that.
Like, do you ever accidentally go outside in like the wrong pair of shoes and then think you're like fully naked? Have you ever done that?
No.
Oh, that was nice. You know, like when the season changes and your clothes are like a different kind than they were before, so you're like, oh no, my knees shouldn't feel this sort of breeze, kind of thing.
Well,
Oh,
I feel-
okay.
yeah.
I understand. I'm alone.
I feel the same. I know. I get that. Except I like feel it in my worms. Oh, I hate saying that out loud.
You feel it in your worms?
Yeah. It's really gross.
See, I always have this fur on me, so I don't really feel clothes.
Oh.
There's always something on me.
I always wondered, why do you wear something? I mean, you can't. Of course, always. I'm not like judging you, but you're entirely covered in fur. You know, you don't have to like. You can breathe a little. You know.
Yeah, so I'm an animal, eh? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that you aren't a hairless ape like I am. Well, I'm not really an ape. I'm an angel child, but whatever.
Oh, I thought you were just
Well,
kind of
here's
like
the
a bird.
thing. This color looks really good on the fur, so, you know. And matchy is out anyway.
Must be like so hot.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's nice. It breathes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Fate says, I'll just go get started on the cap then. And some scratchy socks.
Yes, thank you.
And he disappears. Is there anybody else you want to talk to on this long voyage? Anything else you want to accomplish? Anybody you want to talk to? And this goes for the audience as well. Is there somebody you'd like to see on this voyage?
Walker definitely wants to have a chat with Sunbeam, who should be traveling with us, right?
Indeed.
Oh,
That's right.
Sunbeam is with you.
Mm-hmm.
She is mostly enjoying the sea breeze, chatting with the ogres. It's all she's very adaptable, but she's a little fish out of water, cat on water, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Walker, a fine ship you have."
Thank you. I killed an ogre for it. Well, I guess I did. I was kind of sick during that battle, but my party helped.
And your party mostly accomplished this, is what it sounds like.
Mhm.
And then you claimed the ship as the captain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you have more in common with your father than you think.
Oh, you are fun, I feel. What, my brother, he's been kind to you?
Very. He's you might have had your issues with him, but that's due to his dogmatic adherence to tradition. And some of that is treating the people in your family very well, if they're not, destined to destroy your nation.
Mm-hmm. I see. And And you say that he is so stuck on tradition. What about you? What do you think should happen with Majid Macaulay? You are their future queen and all.
Well, I think that we need to make sure our citizens are very well taken care of. Now, to be fair, the society that we've created is already leaps and bounds better than it was when I was a child. And I just think there's more room for improvement and involvement. I think your brother is stubborn but well-meaning, and is really willing to listen to change. I think I've been a very good influence.
You sound like you have done very well molding my brother into somebody who is more respectable than I remember him being. He was a bit of a stickler last time I saw him.
He's always been respectable. That's been part of his problem.
He has a lot of problems, actually.
She smiles and says, "You don't know the half of it." All right. Oh, sorry.
No, continue.
So the chat has asked to speak to either your gods, Snorfeezeldax or Jazz. Do any of you wish to do that?
Who is Jazz?
Jazz is the
Athletics ogre, I believe, that likes to play Ultimate Discus.
Yes, he is.
I thought Jazz became a god.
Sorry?
He is. He's the god of victory.
Yeah. Jazz isn't on the ship anymore.
Oh, so that's the old god. Sorry, I was like, fair. That was the same person, Puplang, that was saying talk to their old gods. So yeah, you could try to communicate with Jazz or Skim or any of the old god friends while you're on your way over there. Some folks wanted to talk to Snorfy, or you guys can continue talking to whomever you like or each other.
Excuse me. Jeez, I just forward. I respect the choices of the chat, but I am going to go talk to Fate while he's knitting, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We can hold off on that for a minute while we'll talk to other...
No.
Okay, sure.
You've been dying to talk to Fate for weeks.
Yeah.
So let's fulfill your fantasy. So you Fate is knitting a knit tri-corner cap with little open-ended ear mittens, basically, with like they're open in the front so you can hear out of them, but they're like gonna like cling to the back of Walker's ears.
Those are
right.
cute.
And he's singing an old dwarvish tune to himself.
Hey Fate, how you doing? That's a great cap you're up in there.
Well, thank you. I was just working, and it's good to be back with everyone. So what can I do for you?
Oh, cool. Sorry, I just saw that there was someone started a prediction on our channel, and I didn't do that, and I have no idea how that works. Sorry.
Predict away.
Predict away, everyone. So, right. You know, you're a great knitter. Well, that's not the reason you came out here with us, was it? Not to just knit for us.
I was here hoping to learn and to grow and to become an adventurer, and that's happening to an extent. I'd never been on the ocean before, and here I am. So that's something.
That's right. Well, come on. How about we teach you something, right? Why don't we just like walk around the boat, I'll point to stuff and be like, that's the bow, right?
Oh, I would love to, but don't you think the captain will be upset if I don't get this thing completely done?
First rule of adventuring, right? Do what you want. The rules are meant to be broken, right?
Make a persuasion check. Walker, can you make an intimidation check?
Persuasion.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. So
that was a 20.
Oh, congrats. I rolled a 2. So that's a 6.
Okay, I'll finish this when I finish it.
That's right.
Go on a boat adventure.
Right. Come on. Let's stumble about and find some cool things for you. I'm gonna try to call up to an ogre who's there. We have someone who's like got to be like, I don't know, someone in charge of the ship itself.
There's a
Yeah.
navigation ogre.
A shipwreck. What is it?
It's
Wayne's right?
Rupert.
Rupert?
Yeah, he's my sailing guy.
Yes.
He should be at the helm right now, sailing.
Rupert is at the helm, directing the ship. There's a storm in the distance, and he's navigating around it. And he says, "Yahar! What welcome, her? What are you doing?"
Hey, you first. You're getting into it. Were you always like that?
Yar!
Oh wow. Huh. No one else speaks like that. That's very interesting. Where'd you pick that up?
Well, we have often talked like this, Yahar. What's so
everyone
different?
else is the weird ones, right? They're the ones who.
Indeed.
Ah,
I represent the majority of the 12 ogre crew, who, whenever we had a general ogre talk, all sounded like this, Yahar.
I guess I only like talk to 4 of you regularly. That's my bad. Anyway, would you? So this little wee one here, right? Fate. We're trying to teach him up to be like a big adventurer, right?
Oh, I don't beat up dwarves anymore. I've learned my lesson, Yahar.
I mean,
Oh.
teach.
That's
Like,
good.
make him.
I could probably take you out. Oh, I'm just walking by.
Oh Christ! Hi.
Penny's like, and Penny looks up and she's like, I can fight you. And then just go on with your conversation. Just keeps on.
And Rupert turns to you and says, "She's terrifying, Yahar.
Oh, she is. She eats you from the inside out.
I know she's not wrong when she says she could beat me. The last thing I'd ever want to do is go against Penny." Oh.
It's true.
And as he says Penny, several of the other ogres nearby shiver as well.
Lesson 2.
Penny's pleased.
That's how you want people to react to you when you walk in a room as a small person. That's it. Anyway, so we're trying to teach Fate how to be like an adventurer. So I want to teach him how to, run his own boat. Would you be able to help with that?
Sure, Yahar, I can teach him the basics of piloting a ship like this.
That's great.
And he proceeds to say lots of nautical stuff that John knows really well, but doesn't want to burden the audience with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Port, helm, starboard, avast. And Fate soaks it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, no, damn fine cup of streaming. I'm very knowledgeable about nautical terms. I just don't want to bother anybody with my extreme knowledge of boatsmanship. Ixnay on the making me do the nautical stuff, damn fine cup of streaming. No, I know, I'm kidding. Fate follows all this and he says, "Oh, I think I could help with the sails. Maybe I could add little frills to them that'll catch the wind better and make us move even faster."
Alright, you're creative. You should do that. What do you think? The ogres whose name I've already forgotten again. Rupert.
Rupert.
That's it. Rupert.
Hi, I'm Rupert.
That's your name. You got that.
Yar.
Wow. You know your name. That's great. Anyway, do you think that will work? Would you be fine with him adding some frills on the side?
I don't know about attaching things to me sails, but if he thinks it'd be a good idea, then perhaps it work.
Let's do it, Rupert. Let's
Great.
do it.
So Fate says, I'm going to have to not work on the hat and focus on the sails first, if that's the case.
Well, that was my
What
idea.
should I do?
That was my idea.
Audience,
Oh,
should Fate make clothes for the crew?
Man.
Hat and socks?
Amen.
Or should he work on the sails?
this is a weird episode, and I'm sorry I did this. That's his name.
You and I think there were audience members that were also like, more Fate, more Fate.
give
I
Walker
just
his
feel like
hat.
he's a boy who we took away from his parents and his family and his future. And we're like, go sit on the boat.
He wasn't doing
Just sit on the
anything
boat.
anyway.
You
Like-
wanted to go.
Yeah, he wanted to go to become an adventurer. And we're like, you can just wait in the car. I know you wanted to come inside and like shop with us, but I really don't want to be seen with you. So you should
It's
wait in the car.
adventure.
Thanks for driving.
Approximate, you know? Designated hat maker.
He's a designated hat maker. It's like
So
everyone's going for socks.
meanwhile,
Anyway,
so he's gonna go leave and start working on something.
Uh-huh.
Who else has a scene? Does Penny have somebody they'd like to talk to?
I've made sure to make enemies of most people that I need to talk to on this trip. And also there's two that I'm like kind of friendly with. It's the one that has the weird voice and the other one that has the weird voice.
That's all of them.
No, like there's one that pronounces things a little funny, and
Oh,
then there's one that like thinks that she's like totally into crystals and stuff. So there's two.
It's Eustace, I believe, is the dramatical ogre.
Yeah.
There's and then there is Portia Whitwinay, who is the more fabulous ogre. There's also Cracking Shot.
yeah.
I don't want to talk to the bird.
Great. Who else is on this ship? I've got a list. There's
like-
Odron Rosnay, the chef ogre. There's Edge, the halfling assassin, and there's Snorfeaseldax. I believe they'd all be terrified of you. So, but Fate, while you're deciding, Fate decides to keep working on the socks. It's a few hours later. First of all, the hat is a tri-corner beanie,
Beanie.
like a knit cap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Pet Bone Naga. There's that too.
Jesus.
And
Oh,
you,
wow.
so it's with the little openings for the ears that are eclipsed by little bits of knit cap, right? It's
Mhm.
very fashionable.
You better be.
Ogre fashion show. And socks are made. Euclid and Walker, your socks are so well knit, made of dwarven silk from underdark spiders. They are so effervescently comfortable. They transform your boots into a delight. Penny, yours are the same, but they have strips of Rothe fur in them
Oh, okay.
that are scratchy.
Mhm.
And so there's parts of it that are just breathe, so the socks breathe very well, but there's definitely a scratchy woolen thick feel to them.
Good. You gotta keep it real.
And
Like too smooth, just you get a little too full of yourself, and then you're like walking down the street, and then you fall, and you're like, well, if only I had less consistent socks to be anxious about. Like a hole does a lot of work for stability.
and Fate hears you say all this and says, "Oh, that's not what they taught me in Dwarven weaving school, but it sounds you're very knowledgeable and wise, and I'll make sure to make my work less perfect in the future."
Thank you. Only for me. Everyone else seems to like things that are nice.
You keep what you're doing, Fate. You keep what you're doing.
Okay, he says.
Sorry. My hat.
Hat, and it looks fabulous. All right. The ocean continues. Fishing is done. Does anybody else want to go fishing? Enjoy throwing lines off the side of the ship and seeing what fish you catch? Or are you going to leave that to the ogres?
I am going to ask. Oh, wait, never mind. I need to check my sheet before I say this. I'll watch one of the ogres kind of fish for a second.
Sure, and they're okay at it. They're not the best. I actually love Damn Fine Cup of Streaming suggestion. Indeed, before he begins work on the sail, a giant tube stocking is made for the Bone Naga. with very festive and fun colors.
Customized. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's chill. It's a really nice time. There's fishing, spear fishing and regular fishing, bird watching, whales that crest out of the water. The ocean, while parts of it are horrifying and filled with aboleths and krakens, much of it is peaceful and delightful. A school of dolphins swims by, and about a week of journey travel in this way. Before we begin approaching Polynisos, is there anything else you all would like to deal with? Hello, Trash Guard.
Welcome, Trash. It's been so while. It's been so long. Welcome. Hey, I'm gonna get a good meal in me, I think, from Chaz, right? Chaz is the chef.
Gogra Grozny.
Who the hell is Chaz?
What?
There is no Chaz. There was a Chad and there was a Jazz, both of whom are no longer around.
Oh.
Chad
Did
and D is
Gwyn
dead.
kill one of them?
You
Yes.
killed Chad and
Gwyn-
Okay,
Dr.
just
Chad
wanted to
and
make
D.
sure.
And Jazz
Chaz.
became the god of victory.
Mhm.
Well, fine.
Got a fine crew. Well, I've got
Oh,
had a
London.
fine crew.
Oh,
Fine.
hello! I know, Dr. Chad MD. R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Rip Chad.
R.I.P.
So both Chad and Jazz, and therefore Chaz, that was their relationship name. We didn't really
Got to
publicize
ship them.
We're a very loving ship.
Yeah.
And we called it Chaz. But nobody knew about it, apparently. Anybody else?
Nope. Moving on. Unless we want to talk to Snorf. Does Snorf have a song to sing?
Oh, yeah. I would like to talk to Snorf.
Let's do a Penny Snorf scene first. Snorfizeldax is, and he sees Penny, and he puts down his banjo and says, "Hello, how are you?"
Do you have any predictions today?
Yes. I mean, I have real dreams.
I know that you've had some weird dreams, but like, what about predictions? Like, is there anything bad that's gonna happen to you today? Is there anything bad that's gonna happen to any of us?
He looks terrified as he is reading this as a threat from you. Right? I hope not. Do you think something bad is going to happen to me?
Only if you don't give me like more of a deep answer on that. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm genuinely wondering if you have any insight. I'm not talking to my stones today.
Well, I don't know why, but I have very bad feelings about a giant turtle.
Giant turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for some reason, shiny lizards.
Shiny lizards?
Shiny
Okay,
lizards.
I'm gonna go think about that. You should come up with better predictions with more words or else. Penny walks away.
Penny, make an intimidation check.
Oh no. He should never know that I'm just fucking with him.
Oh wait, I rolled it on the wrong one. It's probably gonna be the same. Oh no, not 20.
He squeaks and he says, I'll try. Look, I have a spell that I've worked on that connects with my dream senses, and maybe I can see the future a little bit. If you ask me a question, I can do an augury, and we can tell if it will be good or bad. And that will be a prediction, and it will be true, and you won't be mad at me.
I'm not bad, but like I can do that too. So like I'm kind of wondering if we can compare notes.
Okay.
So like I'll do it by myself and then you do it by yourself, and then whoever's is better gets to stay on the ship.
his eyes widen. Once we reach land, right?
I'll consider it.
And Snowfizzledeck shivers and clearly begins trying to see the future. He scrunches his eyes closed. He covers his ears, and he's just like doing his best to see the future.
How does he do?
I don't know that it's going to succeed, but that's what he's doing. He quivers a little bit as you walk away. So, about a week passes. And you're set to be a little early. The group, the collection of people is probably going to arrive in the next week and a half. And so you're going to have a little bit of time once you arrive in Polynisos to see what's going on, collect the lay of the land, get into what's going on, right? As you move, the pinpoint of white light in the sky at night gets larger and more distinct. And you recognize that this star is limned with the purple, black, or the purple and green and white lights that you recognize from the meteorite that fell to Earth. Atropos is getting closer, so much so that he's very visible in the night sky. At one point, you see an undead shark. Its fin torn, chunks of its flesh having been washed away by the speed that it moves, devouring and tearing apart a killer whale. It's clearly part of the essence of this thing. Creatures, animals, and people all over the world are slowly reanimating and consuming the living. Who knows how much worse it will be when this moon arrives. Time is of the essence. And it is at this point that you begin passing by the Corsair Islands, just to the north of Polynisos, and that you see the great dome of black energy, the black night sky dome that encompasses Polynisos, that disconnects it from the rest of the world. Do you want to stop in the Corsair Islands since you're a little early, or do you want to make your way to Polynisos as quickly as possible?
I think time is of the essence. I don't know that we have... You guys saw that shark, right? I was wild. I am thoroughly freaked out.
What was something else, man?
I don't like sharks.
That was not something that you see every day, and I never want to see that ever again. So I really do believe that we need to kick it into high gear. Maybe once we get to Polynisos, there will be someone else there who can discuss a plan of action with before the council.
I guess I can. Why is death everywhere?
For fun, apparently.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the only reason I have these powers is because I guess she thought death was going to be everywhere. So she's like, I'll call all your friends. Here you go. Now you have to go hang out with death in the real world.
Wait, there was a...
Hey.
What do you think of that kraken we left back there? Do you think that's awake now?
One day at a time. One day at a time.
Sure. One day. Let's make a day where we don't... Today be a day where we don't die. Let's get there before something else wakes up in the ocean.
I feel like we shouldn't say that. Then we'll increase our probability of dying if we say today isn't the day we die. You know, maybe there's some grand total that if we mention it too many times, it'll actually end up risking everything and entropy will come down on us really heavy.
Well, look,
Well, Penny, we
try
try not to think about that.
Yeah, this isn't the last day before my retirement or something. I'm not just one more day and I swear to God I'll never come back. You know, it's just today I'm not gonna die. You know, that's it. I hope.
Hey.
Tomorrow,
Can Penny do augury?
tomorrow I'm probably gonna
Sure.
die.
Penny
let's-
calls upon the Raven Queen and asks for her guidance. The answers here will be wheel, woe, or wheel and woe about a specific course of action.
So what was Euclid and also Walker? What are you considering? Like, what's the biggest chance of dying? Like, how do you think we're gonna die? And if we state it, like, I can ask her and be like, what's the probability of dying from that thing eating us? What's the probability of us like starving? What's the probability of one of the ogres trying to take their revenge on me, even if I've done nothing?
You know, with death all around me, I'm actually not thinking of dying right now.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And if I do, I'll just come back.
I think I'm gonna die today.
We could just make it about dinner.
Dinner death?
Like, what could dinner be?
Will dinner be delicious?
Why would you bother your god about your dinner?
What? Sorry, I just something from the void brought up cats and toasters, and I got.
What
very
is the horrid cat toaster? I've seen this referenced a few times, and I'm like, what is the horrid cat toaster? Oh,
That sounds like one of those things you're not supposed to Google in middle school.
right.
I may have had this and I completely forgot whatever the hell this is. I have a cat toaster?
I'm like,
Okay, yes.
Hey, welcome
That's-
people who are new to the show. We don't even know what the fuck's going on at this point. Anyway,
You just see the chat, and you're like, what?
what's a horrid cat toaster? Is that from
So-
the Torrid
gotta help
zone?
us.
The Torrid dimension? The Torrid Islands? It's a reference from Venture Brothers.
Ah,
From the
the dream arc. Oh, so remember when we were all cartoon characters and all of us got weird stuff and my voice sounded like this instead of this? Well, that's from there. And remember where there was like the huge high top and then we all went in to the like circus carnival thing?
Yeah,
And
yes,
then the
yes.
voice from above told us and gave us a bunch of stuff like it was a Saturday afternoon cartoon.
Yeah.
I think it's from then.
Cool, but what the fuck was? Okay, I got a cat toaster. I toast cats.
Is it a toaster that toasts cats, or is it a toaster that looks like a horrible cat?
Or is it a toaster that you put toast in and then cats come out?
Horrid cats.
Horrid cats. I mean, that's a great item. That's a magical item. I ever heard of one. Turn bread into cats. Bad cats.
What if it's like those toasters that like leave an imprint on things? So really it just is inconsistent. So the burn is just like kind of a sigil of a cat god that has like a bunch of different tentacles.
Not gonna lie, I had a Hello Kitty toaster in high school, so makes sense.
Walker, what's Hello Kitty?
All right. Well, I would very much like. We're clearly this is something that
We're
research
just-
needs to be done on between sessions,
We're
so that the
homebrewing-
horrid cat toaster can make a reappearance. Since
Maybe
the
we're
audience,
homebrewing. Maybe it looks like I think it was supposed to be a cat toaster that was horrible. But I really like the idea of us homebrewing whatever this fucking item is and making it a special publishing on the DM's Guild. Anyway, moving on.
Yep. No, this clearly has to happen. We're gonna have to look it up. That was a very strange one shot, and I think a lot of us have blasted it from our memory.
It was very good.
Um,
I'm gonna go order Devrin a cat, Hello Kitty toaster.
Nice.
Great.
Um,
So, you are heading south towards Polynesis. You're not stopping on the Corsair Islands, it sounds like.
Gotta go. Let's go,
I
Barbie.
don't think so.
I would like perception checks from everyone.
Mhm. That is gonna. Ooh, finally.
That's a 3.
That's 26.
Great. 26.
Yep.
So, a terrible storm begins to whip up. It is unprecedented. There's no warning about it, right? Just all of a sudden, you are surrounded by a terrible and awful storm. With that 26, you notice something else. A huge sea creature is moving up from under the water using this storm as cover. And you can't quite make out what this thing is. It's abominably large, huge and round and slowly rising. The ogres are very concerned with this sudden storm, right? They're battening down hatches, pulling down sails, the lovely new sails that have been made, trying to bring everything together, but the storm is wildly intense. Water is sloshing over the sides of the ship, but there's also something rising from the depths. And there was a 26 perception. So that you see the curve of a terrible beak and 2 empty eyes. It is an undead dragon turtle.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I shout, what can we do against an undead dragon turtle right now?
Make a performance check for your voice to be heard over the crashing winds.
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. That is, I rolled a... that's a 10. That's a 10. However, I'm going to boost this, because I don't think a 10 is going to work. With my psionic bolstered knack, I'm going to roll this d8, add it to my score, and that's a 15.
Great. A 15. You call out, and Cracking Shot says, "Don't know."
Even better.
Gobron says, "There's something underneath the ship. The captain just pointed it out. This is awful, disgusting." The winds smashing into the ship are also are coinciding with the dragon turtles' great jaws clamping onto the bottom of the ship and beginning to drag it. Now,
Great. I'm gonna tie something around my legs immediately as fast as I can.
Great.
And I throw the rope to one of the ogres or a couple of the ogres, and I say, "Hold him at this," and I dive off the side of the boat towards the giant
Great.
thing.
So there's this huge dragon turtle. It is clearly undead. Dragon turtles are gigantic, gargantuan creatures. Some of them have entire cities on their back. In this case, there is a strange-looking temple on the back of this one. It looks like it had covered in moss. Chthonian, ancient, Lovecraftian, Rillian sort of ancient temple on the back of this thing. It is tilted up and grasping the ship and clearly moving it in a direction.
I am furious. Get your beak off my ship!
Cool. Yeah. I am going to, when I get off to the side, I'm going to try to touch my hand to it and cast Banishment.
Great. As you go to cast Banishment, something very strange happens. Your spell is countered. There's no sign of a magic user anywhere nearby, but the magic of your spell, you know what it feels like. Someone has countered it. Meanwhile, above water, the ship is going crazy. The ogres don't know if they should be handling the dragon turtle or the storm, but both of them could destroy the ship. It is very unclear. They're going crazy. They're a little bit directionless. Chat. Dragon turtle or storm? Which is the greater threat? Which needs to be dealt with first?
Music. Music choice. Whoop. There it is. I gotta put choice music. There we go. Okay, cool. Storm turtle. New hole.
Harry.
What? Summon the sea god.
I don't think Thassa likes me very much.
Oh, evil.
Betty doesn't want that.
If this is because I stole Thassa's Biden that one time, it was to save you.
Who?
Some god.
Oh, ew. Don't mess around with them.
Oh, yeah. You steal one item one time. Ugh.
Or like 6,000 crows in a robe. Don't fuck with them either.
Yeah, okay, that's specific information. I love it.
They're not really gods.
Ah,
They're just angry crows. And one dead elf woman.
One dead elf? I'm very confused.
I'm just shit talking the Raven Queen.
Zeke, what's the best way? Is it Discord to communicate with you behind the scenes during this?
Let's see. I think we're fine. Yes, Discord me.
Great.
This is so much better. Now that I have this hardwired in, we're all good.
All right, so.
Now I meow during the stream.
Not even a tabaxi.
ow.
Unacceptable.
We have got to get in good with some sort of sea god or something.
Yeah.
I could use some
Think with all
divine
the worms
divination
you
right
get
now.
something.
All right. Befriend the turtle. This thing seems pretty hell-bent on doing whatever it is doing to you all.
Right.
Are these things like sentient?
Normal dragon turtles are.
Could I talk to it with my psychic cat chat?
Sure, we'll do that. We'll see where this poll goes, because then you might be focused on handling the storm. Though it's going back and forth. It's wild. I don't know if it's just people using channel points or something, but it is battle.
It's always channel point.
I suspect foul play from a moderator. Oh no, since it's not in turn of the turtle, I actually don't think it's the moderator.
Likes the turds.
Storm is where we end up. So
It's the clunky all along.
the waves are washing over the ship. It tilts terribly at one point. Grog goes flying.
Not the grog.
It is desperate and terrible. Help is needed. Each of you should declare an action that you think can save lives.
Secure those barrels.
Great. That's a leadership check, which not leadership check, but that's a you can make an intimidation check, a persuasion check, a social check.
Well, that's going to be a nat 20 persuasion check.
Great. Barrels are secured, holding down several of the things. The ogres are securing themselves as well, trying to prevent it. Another wave splashes from the other side, careening the ship in the other direction. The mast snaps
Oh, my ship.
and falls into the water.
My ship. Ah!
Euclid, what are you doing to try to prevent this from going terrible?
Well, first, I hope someone has hoisted me back up onto the deck.
Sure.
Great.
You are hoisted back up. You see that it's a combination of cracking shot and fate have been dragging you up on the ship while the ogres are helping out the rest. Fate says, "Are you okay, Euclid? This is terrible."
I'm fine. Remember the things that whatever their name was, that other ogre. I'm sorry.
Rupert.
Rupert, you got it. You're so good at this. You're so good at this. Right. Could you remember what he said about the ships? Start batting down the hatches. Go look for things that hide down. Get people safe. Take care of them. You're an adventurer. You're a hero now.
Another social check. Do it.
Hold on. Okay, now I'll do. Social check. It'll be.
And it could be helpful for
That's only a 10.
Great. they look confused and bewildered, and it's not quite enough for them to be inspired to work harder. Another wave crashes into the ship. A bolt of lightning smashes down into the helm, shattering the wheel.
Oh my god, that was a good wheel. That was a really
Penny.
good wheel. It was so...
Could Petty cast Lehman's tiny hut?
Sure. Penny, it does take, I think, a minute.
It does.
And
But-
you're going to need concentration throughout all of it.
Penny's
So-
gonna hide under something.
Great. Penny, I would like you to roll 5 concentration checks.
Awesome.
DC 10, but
Yeah.
concentration checks to maintain this hut. Are you going to try to fit anybody else in it, or is this Penny's tiny hut?
I'm gonna try to fit as many people as I can in it.
Great. Ogres or smaller people?
Whoever's in 10 feet
Great.
range.
Eustace, Gobron, and
They've
Portia are able to get in. Fate and Cracking Shot are busy helping Euclid.
wait, where?
I should be running Constitution for that.
Yeah, Constitution saves.
Yeah.
DC 10.
Where is Sunbeam?
Sunbeam will also be in this tiny hut.
Wait. I want to do one thing. Oh, we can't control anything anymore. I had a cool idea using Ghostly Gaze, which is a
Okay, what was your DC for that?
10.
I mostly passed. There was like two low ones there.
If there are any failures, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
So the tiny hut is not
That's-
managed to go up. A
that's
blast of salt
not-
water fills your mouth and eyes, stinging, breaking your concentration. And it is at that point that a huge, larger tidal wave begins to crest along the water and slams into the ship. You see Fate fly off the side of the ship in one direction and Cracking Shot fly off the ship in the other side. There's only time to save one of them in this terrible storm. Who will you save?
What? Oh. There's no way to save them both.
There is not. They've gone off of 2 ends of the ship. Most of the rope has been used. Somebody is going to need to tie a rope to themselves and dive off the ship to save them. And there's only one rope. The other person will be washed away.
Euclid's already tying them, trying to grab the rope and tie it around their legs to jump off to save Fate.
Great.
I don't know that bird.
Oh, I feel sad.
It's
Oh,
not too. But if Walker blinks off the ship, then they'll just be in the water as well. Everyone, there's a poll right now. You can vote for this. Their life
Yes.
is in your hands.
Your life is in
Please
your
vote.
hands. Oh, it's already halfway
I
done.
should probably put the poll music on. It just felt inappropriate for the moment. But here you go. Poll music is happening. Vote, vote, vote. Vote, 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 vote. Vote. No one wants to kill someone. They feel
Yeah.
this is the trolley track paradox. Like, do you choose a side or you just let who dies die? That's what you're doing right
yeah,
now.
this is among the easier choices
Everyone
of the
dies because
season.
it doesn't matter if you cast spells.
Okay, there we go. Now we're getting their flood. Oh,
Ooh.
Kraken Shot got their first vote. Sorry about Kraken Shot. Look, they're bird. They can float. Birds float.
Not in terrible storms.
Look, they just lay on their bird back.
birds
Water-
also sink.
Look, all they have to do is swim down, and birds, their skin wicks away water. So, like, they swim down far enough, they'll just shoot into the air like a shot, right?
Like a Skyrim glitch.
Yeah. This is just bad science. I'm sorry.
Cracking Shot is washed off the edge. Euclid, you tie the rope around yourself and dive right back off the ship after Fate again. Athletics check. Does somebody want to go into potential danger and try to help him?
I will.
Great. Walker, make an
Mhm.
acrobatics check to keep your footing. If you succeed, you'll give advantage to Euclid's acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics. That's going to be 19.
All right.
19,
all right,
great.
all right.
So you grab and hold onto the rope in steadying, giving him a better chance of getting down there. Athletics check advantage.
Cool.
You
You got it. Ooh, I'm glad you gave me advantage. Because that was a 1 on one of the die and a 15 on the other, so 14.
Great. So you grab Fate, who's clearly like waterlogged and crazed. You're managed to pull back onto the ship by Walker. The storm is even worse. Lightning is cracking down, singeing the ship. Fires break out, even in the intense water. Barrels of grog begin burning, and it's
Euclid doesn't change.
wild and intense. This storm is a hurricane, and it came out of nowhere. Penny, can I get a nature check from you?
3.
3? Great. You notice nothing. Then you feel the ship being dragged. The dragon turtle, having been left alone, has fully clamped and is moving the ship, keeping it upright. To your surprise, at this point, now that it's firmly grabbed it, the waves are hitting your ship less hard, or rather hitting it just as hard, but it's being stabilized by the great being beneath. And it is dragging you backwards. So the whole ship is moving backwards.
Oh.
There is a strange and new sensation, as though your ears are beginning to pop, and something is rising out of the water in a great semicircle around you. It is a wall of crystal. The turtle has dragged you within this wall of crystal, and it is slowly beginning to rise. And you see in the far distance, as much as you can through this horrible storm, that the crystalline dome is growing out of the water and connecting.
Immediately start chiseling away for her
At what?
next hut.
Oh, starting the next hut? Sure.
No, because I was it's the physical component of the spell that was.
Oh, sure. Make another 5
Yeah.
Constitution saving throws.
Wait.
DC 10.
No, John, I'm not doing that. And
That's fine.
like I'm no. Just no.
Okay.
Sorry. I was making a joke about like chiseling away at the
Oh,
crystal.
okay. I thought you were trying to build another hut.
No.
I'm sorry. My mistake. So the crystalline dome pulls up and connects. And there's another extraordinarily strange sensation, specifically for Penny and Euclid. You feel disconnected from your patrons and God. The voice of the worm that waits grows dim. Skim's voice grows dim.
Oh, no.
And the Raven Queen's connection seems off and alone. You test your cantrips and such, and they work. But your direct connection to them is somewhat cut off by this dome. And you also see, rising out of the ocean, a mountain covered in crystalline spikes. And then it becomes a full island that comes up from underneath your ship. And it is beached. Literally, the beach rises up under it, and your ship is like several thousand feet from the edge of the ocean. Crawling out of holes and caves and the strange forests on this rising island are all manner of crystalline dinosaurs.
A strange way to get back here.
It is indeed the same crystal dinosaur island, the one that moves around. How you arrived here is strange, and you see the the turtle recede back into the water and swim into the depths.
Thank you.
Utter calmness.
Turtle escorts. Gotta love them.
I'm just laying on the boat, holding feet, just repeating like, I've got you.
He says, I guess I'm okay. The air is utterly still, warm even. The coolness of the storm is gone, and there's a Cretacean heat, right? You are in a land that time forgot, cut off from the outside world, surrounded, and these dinosaurs, their claws, their spikes, their tails, their fringes, anything that would be hard bone is crystalline, gem-like. Some very dark shades of black, others glimmering greens and yellows. It's a paradise, but hard to appreciate after the recent death and the horror on the ship.
Speaking of ship, I want to survey how much of this ship is salvageable.
Weeks of work.
Death is on its way. We can't stay here. Oh God. And the ship is like on top of something. Like
it is about 2,000 feet in on the beach, surrounded by trees on a sand dune, like palm trees, right? On a sand dune. It would take an immense amount of strength and work just to get it back into the water, not to mention fixing the mast, replacing the helm, rebuilding the rudder. There's where the dragon turtle crunched into the bottom of the ship, there's all manner of wood that needs to be replaced. Weeks of work.
What about supplies? Has anything been saved? Food, water?
An investigation check or a survival check. Any of you can make it to look at the remaining rations.
Let's see. I've got
+6 on investigation. I'll take a look. I got a 20. Dirty 20.
Good.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So dirty.
There's a little bit of fresh water left and a little bit of dried rations, but somehow most of the food washed over the side of the ship or was destroyed by lightning. With that 20 investigation check, it almost feels targeted. As though the storm, the circumstance was created by something or someone.
Oh God, we messed with something. It's not a trope, it's something else here. This was intentional. I mean, of course, the damn sea lion, whatever the fuck that was, sea turtle. Sea lion, that's a term for a giant sea turtle, right? Is that true?
Totally, yeah. That's totally the right term.
Anyway,
You mean the monster that bit my ship?
Yeah. It seems like it was directed. I mean, that was definitely clear. It moved us here, but it seems like the storm itself was also directed.
What? Who is even powerful enough to control a sea dragon turtle like that?
I don't know.
No one wants me dead that much except for Death, and I didn't think Death would do this to me. Sunbeam, does somebody want you dead?
She looks bedraggled and says, I mean, not that I know of, but
Look, there's plenty of gods that want us all dead, right? We all changed the world. In different ways, did different weird things, hurt bigger things bigger than ourselves, but this is different.
Regardless.
It doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm. Regardless, we have to survive here and fix the ship and get off of this island and save the world. We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Right, so what do we need? We need food.
Mm-hmm.
We need wood.
Mm-hmm.
Ogres, anyone here? Anyone like an artisan? Anyone know how to like craft wood?
We need an artisan ogre. We can define another ogre.
Sick.
I need a
I get
name
an
from the
ogre.
chat and maybe even personality traits.
Feels like whose line is it?
Right. Well, you know, this is ultimately an improvisational show, right?
Yep.
Um,
Audience, in a profession and a location, please. No, but seriously though, can we get a? Sure, if you have a name, go for it. If you have a profession, not profession, I guess profession.
I can also so perfectionist. Great.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I love
Special
it. So
traits,
he's
please.
or he or she. Happy for a she. If we so we have a perfectionist craftsman.
Okay.
What sort of name or other traits?
What's the name? Give me what is it?
Archibald Garblefargle.
Or Chip. Either way.
Chip
Vanille?
Garblefargle. They them,
Of course
sure.
they, them. Yes. More non-binary woodworkers, please. Represent.
Yes. So they say, this is what you give me to work with. Okay, I will do my best to build this thing that you need, but I need the perfect wood. I need everyone to listen to exactly what I say, and I need my tools washed away. I need replacement tools.
Alright, you're gonna need to calm down, right?
Yeah.
So, you're going to listen to us because we're in charge, right?
Yes, of course.
There you go. Good job. Now what you need wood, you need tools. What tools?
I just most of them seem to wash away. I just need something I can use to cut wood, and I need a hammer and I need a saw. Really,
I've got a dagger, and you can use the back of it for a hammer.
Look, you might have to work a little bit crystal. Have you done anything with crystal before?
I've always wanted to. Sure. Let's do that. Actually, and he goes and he says we're gonna need to trap one of these dinosaurs though, and harvest its crystals to build something like that.
Okay. Alright, how long would this take? I'm sorry, Walker. I feel like I'm sorry. I'm sure this is your ship.
No, go ahead.
Alright, how long will this take?
Really don't. All I want to do is get off this island.
And we're gonna make
Building the tools should take minutes once I have the material. Fixing the ship could be a matter of weeks.
Alright, and our first priority is food.
Which will also be solved by capturing one of these dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Gobron says, as much as I'm upset about all these circumstances, I could make some really fine Stegosaurus steaks.
Stegosaurus steaks. All right, you heard it. We are going to capture a dinosaur. How do we do that?
Are any of you proficient in survival?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I am.
All right,
I
Penny.
have a good enough check. Yes.
So, Penny, you are you can try to capture a dinosaur. Do you want to set a trap? Do you want to lure it into an ambush? Do you want to how do you want to capture a dinosaur?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go up and stand in front of it and be like, "You're a good girl, regardless of gender." I'm gonna stare it right in the eyes and try to pet it.
Great. That is animal handling, but with so much verve and confidence that it's going to have advantage.
I just want to make sure you're gonna make this animal think you're gonna be its friend, then you're gonna fucking murder it. Is this true?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, then I would
Alright.
think. But
Cole-
And I rolled 20. natural.
All right.
The
Obviously.
Stegosaurus is huge. It's emerald, so its spikes on its tail and the great flanges on its back are all made of scintillating emerald. Its beak is that same emerald, and it looks at you with kind herbivore eyes, and plods domestically behind you, where a number of ogres with sharp sticks are waiting.
Nope. Me and the dinosaur are gonna go in a different place, and I'm gonna find where all the dead dinosaurs are.
Dead. I want to eat this.
Yeah.
Great.
Clever.
So you
Clever.
follow it back
Yeah, I
to
know.
its
Sorry.
herd, and there is
I'm just dinosaur riding.
Yeah, I was just
Great.
it's
there's a
just
herd of
reference.
Stegosauri, maybe
Right.
about a dozen, 14, right? And they are predominantly green, but there's yellows and blues as well.
Are there any
Right.
purple ones?
Yes.
Okay.
The matriarch has looks a bit older, moves a little bit slower, and its blue gems have seemed to have aged into a fine purple.
Oh.
They all react towards you with a sort of confused wariness. They're not about to smack you with their bone tails, their gem tails, but they are they don't necessarily like that you're here, right?
I also never changed, so I have the really fancy armor on still.
Great.
Just this.
So you are you're hoping to find other dead dinosaurs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you have speak with animals by any chance?
No.
You want them to lead you to where they go to die. How you're back at the herd. How do you want to communicate that? How do you want to get them to do such a thing? Do you have do you have a plan?
Yes.
Great.
I am going to say I'm going to be very, very physical acting with this, and I'm going to be like, all of my friends are like dying, and I'm going to faint on the floor, and they need food, and then I grab one of their like giant legs, and then I like go into it jokingly for a second. I'm like, but only if you're dead.
Sure. At first, I'm gonna hold on to that 20 animal handling because it's impressive, right? So at first, they sort of like look to the leaves nearby, sort of confused that your friends need to eat and it needs to be, not plants, right? But eventually, one of the younger, very vibrantly yellow flanged stegosauri sort of figures it out and swings its tail in an inviting manner and invites you to follow. The herd seems distressed by this, but they all go along with you. And you are led to a site of a recent battle.
Oh.
There are two half-eaten dead stegosauri. Now, the good news is their emerald crystals are still extant, right? Because they are
Okay.
inedible. A lot of the meat is gone, but some of it remains, and it's within a day, so it's not in great shape, but it's not in terrible shape. It's edible.
All right, I'll use sending to call over my friends.
Great. And the dinosaurs watch somewhat distressedly as you desecrate the corpses of their fellows, but they really like Penny, and so they are accepting that whatever's happening is being done for a purpose and a reason, and they're clearly not causing harm. Chip says, "This is perfect. I love this." These flanges, I can easily make them into axes and pickaxes and hammers. This is very good work, Penny.
Yes. I figured that if the entire island was sprawling with dinosaurs eating live ones was kind of fucking stupid.
But delicious.
So what was that, Walker?
I said, but delicious.
Yes. they clearly have community. We would be eaten, we'd be stomped quickly.
Gobron, make some stegosaurus steaks. They are delicious. And it's clear that you're going to need to figure out a way to survive here until this dome goes away. You also discover that while that sending worked, short term, short distance, it won't pierce the crystal.
Oh, that's fine.
Right,
I figured that's like some weird cube thing going on where we can't get anything. I can't do any of my 5th level spells or something going on with that. I've accepted that and moved on.
All right.
Right. How's the ship? Is it like the undercarriage, the lower parts of the ship? Are they watertight? Are they sustainable?
Mostly. There's where the dragon turtle bit into it, and that's all crunched. The rudder was broken during the intense waves. The mast was crumpled and shattered, and the sails need to be rebuilt, which Fate is working on.
Thank you, Fate.
And but like the mast, like there's no individual trees that are quite large enough for the mast, so several are going to have to be brought together. The more wood is going to be needed to rebuild the undercarriage, right?
Right. Okay. Sounds like we need gathering. We need people to do gathering. Specifically wood and separately food. We don't need to just eat meat, right? Ogres are fine with eating.
They're omnivorous. They don't like it, but they are.
Nice. Enjoy gruel and wet soup. Not dry soup. You wouldn't like that anyway. But we need people to gather berries and food like that. And we need people to gather wood, right? And we need shelter. Right now this isn't fully closed and I don't know what's on this island by itself, right? None of us do.
Maybe there is a cave that we can hide out in while we work.
We need someone to
So we're
scout.
not working.
Can
Yes.
we send them
Yeah.
like dinosaurs.
Ogres, anyone on the ship. Who's willing to scout for a while? Go out on their own.
Any of the ogres will listen to and accept the commands of their captain, especially in a time of difficulty like this.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Tiffany and Portia will go out and gather food and berries and in all sorts of manner. Actually, they should take Gobrum with them so that they know that the food is edible. And Eustace will go and scout with I'll keep seeing Chad's name. He's so dead. With Rupert.
Mm-hmm.
Predecessor killed.
Sure.
Blood.
All right. It is multiple days. In fact, almost a week of getting together food and materials. Penny,
Yes.
some time of this could be saved, it occurs to me, due to your connection with the dinosaurs, especially if you're able to speak to them. Do you have access to speak with animals?
They're my new best friends. No,
Right.
I do not.
Okay. My point is you might be able to get them to knock down trees and...
Doesn't stop Penny from trying.
Great. Make one more animal handling check to see if you can get the Stegosaurus crowd to knock down trees for you and drag them and that kind of stuff.
I'm using my advantage on that one. Woo! 24.
Nice.
I'm rolling really well for
Yeah.
somebody who never
Several days are saved due to dinosaur labor. And you're approaching surviving through all of this. Except the crystal dome is going nowhere. And there's no sign of it going away. Even if your ship is working, even if you can drag it into the water, if you're trapped inside this dome, there's nowhere to go.
Okay, let's think about this for a second. That dinosaur turtle dragon, it brought us here for some sort of reason, and then if we're trapped here in this crystal what are those things called, dome, then maybe it is too. Maybe we can go ahead and search for it, and I can talk to it.
I think that's a really good idea. Especially since I'm not really, I think I'm going to run out of chances with talking to things that are above human height.
So, how are we going to find a giant turtle?
Don't think we're finding a giant turtle. That thing's gone.
How could it leave? Well, how did it leave?
What?
Wasn't the dome coming up as
It would still be in the water.
Yeah. If it is gone, then there's a way to leave this place, and we should find that.
Fine.
So, do I just go to the water and start splashing? Like, hello? Hello?
There are many potential solutions, but for now, even though your boat is almost ready, it seems that you might be trapped here for even longer. We return to the crew several days later, sunburnt. Luckily, there's shelter in the ship, right? You didn't have to build shelter. There's a herd of stegosauri living with you, Penny's new crew. They don't like the bone naga, but they're working together.
Naga survived.
So we had discussed or rather, you were about to discuss what these days, this effect of sloth and timelessness have on you. You can't see what's going on outside in the world. There's no news. You're trapped here. How does that make you feel? What does that make you think?
This is... We don't have much time. We don't have time like this.
I know that.
What are we going to do? Look, nothing's changed in here. Nothing's rising though.
Well, I can just die here. Like, honestly, it's fine.
What?
Like, I was stuck in a thing, and then people came and found me. So maybe if we just find, like, maybe there's something that's broken about this island that lets people leave this island. Like, I know that, didn't you say that your friends are already came here before and that, like, they were able to leave too?
No, they just went past it, I think.
I thought they were in a rowboat and, like, went real close to it.
That...
So what they do different? What made them be able to get away?
Walker, you were here. What happened?
We didn't...
There was no dome.
Yes, we just left last time. I don't know what's happening.
Right, maybe the dome's an illusion or something. What if we, like, what we should find out? Actually, part of the scouting mission, right? How about we, like, sail out there and, poke at it or something. See how strong it is.
Yes, maybe we should. Sounds like a good idea.
Right, I'll get one of the rowboats from the ship. I guess I'll take, who wants to come with me? Any of the... Portia. You got strong arms.
Yes,
You got strong arms, right?
I do indeed. They are most muscular.
Wonderful. Right. Let's go. Hop on the ship with me.
Great. So Portia brings you, and there's almost a, you know those charming young men in top hats and delicate young flowers of ladies, early 20th century romantic boat rides, except gender swapped, because she's just so much larger than you and able to pull the ship so quickly, and you feel chartered, right? For a moment. And you're brought to the edge of the dome, and as you reach this crystal, it is a rose quartz like color, right? Pink, and when you get to the very edge of it, you can see occluded through it the sunlight on the other side, right? And you reach the crystal. The boat comes up to the edge, and she softens it, and it clinks up against the crystal with a dull thunk, rather. And you're adjacent to the crystal.
Great. I'm gonna take one of the crystal axes that we've made, or something like that, and try to strike it and see if it breaks at all.
Great. Roll a attack roll using strength and proficiency.
Wow. And proficiency. All right. Well, let's see how it goes. Plus, what's my proficiency bonus? Because it's plus 4. 12. 13.
Smack. There is a crystalline hum that fills the whole space as you smack it. It's very loud next to where you are, and then but everybody else hears it as well as the whole dome reverberates, but there is no mark upon it. But then you feel a very strange sensation of being watched, Euclid, like somebody is paying deep attention to you. And then you see, pressed on the other side of several feet of crystal, a hand. It's all you can see through it. Its fingers are long and clawed, but human.
Okay.
You see several rings on it as well, and it's pressed up against the crystal.
Euclid very tentatively reaches out his hand, and 2 of his fingers fall over because they're wormy, and he pushes them up and then reaches over and presses against it.
Can you hear me? Says a voice in your head.
Oh, I haven't heard. Oh, it's been weeks since someone spoke in there. It's fine. Sorry. Yes.
My name is Mazakul, the Mad Mage, they sometimes call me, and as most oppressed folks have, I've taken that moniker for myself. I have been watching and waiting for this island for some time, but always do not manage to make my way in before the dome closes. How did you manage to make your way in?
Wasn't a choice. There was a storm and a giant sea turtle or something that drug me in.
Make a history check to see how much you know about Mazarkul.
A 19.
19. Mazarkul is a famed wizard. He has been around for several hundred years after ascending to lichdom. He founded the Citadel Sanguinius, the school of blood magic and Populus Rex that fell when the Empire fell. He is renowned for meddling in world affairs and acquiring power, but never being quite manipulative or evil enough to call heroes down on him. Immensely powerful, diabolically evil, but in a selfish as opposed to malevolent way. One of the most powerful beings in the world.
Oh, that's so cool, huh? That's so cool, huh?
My
Great.
reputation precedes me, I see.
Phyllis, you have You had tenure in the city I was in. For quite some time.
Yes, they found my experiments and my use of magics to be too extreme even for a school of blood magic, and so they exiled me. But that's fine, I didn't need those fools anyway.
Right. What do you need?
Power.
Well,
I try to make no bones about it. Pun unintended, but appropriate. I try not to deceive or lie to those I work with, because that tends to lead people to want to kill me. And the only thing I want more than power is my own continued existence.
so are we working together?
Because at the center of that island is a source of incredible power. A crystal that exudes heat, protects the dinosaurs, and controls the island. Crystal removed, the island will remain where it is. It will be open to the world. It will no longer move. The dinosaurs will stay there. Nothing should be harmed. But I will have access to a power source unlike any other on this planet.
Look, are you telling me there's a way out of here?
Not while that crystal remains in place.
Okay. How do we remove it?
You need to go into the central mountain, and deep inside it will be... Well, wait.
What?
A deal has not been made. I will tell you exactly what to do, and exactly how to leave, if you promise to turn this power source over to me when you're done.
It sounds like you really need this power source, right?
Need
about
is a
we-
strong word.
You want it. I can suspect right now some things are going down outside of this bubble. In this world that threaten even your own existence. Is that true?
Make a intimidation check.
Oh, I'm good at. Oh, that's plus 9. That's good. I'm going to roll that with my... I'm going to re-roll that with my Daily Inspiration. 15, which is so fucking low for what it deserves to be.
Right. He says, yes, however, I am a planeswalker. I can easily traverse, and while I find I've set up quite the home for myself in this world and quite enjoy the melodramas of a living people, I would be much happier staying here. Would you believe me if I told you that part of my desire for that power source is to maintain the integrity of this world?
Look, I'm just trying to make a deal with you. Doesn't look so bad on our end. Now, I will take this thing out. I will give you access to it. But I would like something in turn. You need this thing, right?
I desire it, yes.
Sure, you won't say the word need because it gives me points for our conversation. I just want safety. I want to protect mine. You take that.
What do you mean by protection?
Nothing you will do will directly harm us.
An easy promise to make, as I mean no harm to anyone who does not stand in my way.
As in, if we get in your way, you will not harm us.
How about this? I will not harm you, and you will promise not to get in my way.
What if I do my best, right? Like, I don't know you. I don't know what you want to do. I'm about to give you a massive source of power, right? I just want protection. Not all of us. I'm not gonna try to... Honestly, We're all trying to stop the end of the world. Other than that, whatever. You live forever, I don't care.
He says, a magical compact, then.
Sure.
You will not knowingly prevent me from accomplishing my machinations, and I will not knowingly cause harm to you or your crew.
Great. It sounds like we're going to be best of friends. Now where do I get this stuff?
In the central mountain of this island is a cave. Curled around it is a massive crystal dragon. This crystal dragon is guarding a heart of crystal. Not a cute little circle, two little circles, but a beating, aorta-lating crystalline heart. Get it. Remove it. The island will no longer have its protective magics. It will be able to be visited by any, and that heart can be used for many purposes.
Fine. Alright. Well, it looks like I'm about to go die then. Probably never hear from me again. Have a good unlife.
Well, perhaps I can... It is difficult for me to cast spells through this. The only reason we're able to speak is that we're both touching this crystal. I don't know how I can aid you in there, but I have heard much about your crew, Euclid. I believe that you are resourceful and powerful and strong, and that nothing that this world could possibly throw at you could stop you from accomplishing your ends. That's why I have no desire to get in your way either.
I have a question. Right now, my ties to my god and the other god who's not my god but kind of lives inside me, that one, are a little severed. You being a lich, an all-knowing being, right? Do you think if I used any of those powers, I'd become corrupted by here?
Have him make an Arcana check. It's going to be very good. All right. You should be disconnected from just about everything. The powers previously given to you still exist. The additional powers, you would not be able to gain spells you did not already know. You would not gain access to abilities you did not already have. But what you had when you entered should be preserved.
I just get the feeling if I tap into the worm that waits that bad things are going to happen. I'm wondering, because I'm cut off, if I could still use them.
I think you can, in fact, while you're in here. I don't know that for certain, but I am exceptionally knowledgeable and deeply educated, and it is my knowledgeable and educated guess that you should be fine.
Alright. Cool. Part of that magical pact is what you just told me is true. Alright, bye.
Goodbye, he says. All right. You return on your little shanty, or your little ship, not a shanty, and are back on the place. You see Gobron making stegosaurus, or making fruit salad, I guess, like cooked fruits from the island, giant bananas, plantains, as it were. Everybody else is doing their best to survive and fix the ship. The ship is almost ready. It's been about a week.
Right.
And a half, actually.
I think
How
Go ahead.
how has Sunbeam been throughout all of this?
Sunbeam is a gracious and great leader. She's done a very good job of working alongside you, keeping crew spirits up. She's been, and she's also gotten her hands dirty. She's been helping cut down trees. She's a true leader, and she grew up poor, so she's not averse to a little hard work.
Good.
Actually, I would also think that she'd spend a lot of time with you during this, getting to know you better, sharing stories of your brother, both good and bad, right? Giving you a much more fuller picture of him as dogmatic, loving in his own way, difficult, but ultimately good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that he's well. You know, I have a confession. I feel as if this is my fault as a captain. You know, this predicament that we are in. Maybe if I had been, I don't know, better. I really don't know what I'm doing here. You know.
This is one of the tricks of leadership. None of us know what we're doing. We can only do our best or our selfish worst. Those are really the options. If you are doing your best, then you're being the best leader you can be, and that's all anyone can ask of you.
Thank you, Sunbeam. That means a lot to me.
Oh, we didn't mention Finn. Finn is very ill, got very sick during the storm, and has been being taken care of. Sunbeam has spent a lot of time nursemaiding as well.
Thank you, Sunbeam.
Well, that seems, yeah. Great. So, Euclid, you return. You see everybody going around. Penny, I feel like Penny's playing with the Stegosauri. What is Penny doing when we return?
Penny's been playing with them for a while now and has pretty much just accepted that this is her new life. And she is fully just kind of integrated in being like, oh, no Raven Queen? Oh, no bunch of dinosaurs? Sounds cool. I'm in. Because, like, to some people, oh, I have like, and then, like, and when you guys return, Penny's gonna be like, you know how, like, when we crossed the threshold, it was like, I couldn't really feel a connection with my God. You remember, Euclid, I'm sure you experienced that too, right? Right? Maybe if we stay here, we don't have to follow any of their rules at all. And since you're the, like, kind of like thing for the worm that waits, and since you're all of the worm that waits, like, things, maybe things that are terrible won't happen if you stay on Dinosaur Island.
And the dead are still
But, like,
rising.
is that really our problem?
I believe that it's everyone's problem right now.
Okay.
Oops.
Also,
When did I do
Penny's
that? How long ago did
severely
that happen?
malnourished because Penny has chosen not to eat any of the dinos.
We've had fruits.
Or the fruits. Penny's just not in the mood for any food.
And
How long was I muted?
And kind of eating the spinach a little bit here and there. Not very reliable.
Oh well, if I was muted for that whole time, I'd be super pissed. Anyway,
I don't think where people were responding to it in this, like, people were responding to the deals and stuff.
okay, cool.
I feel like they'd have said it.
Yeah, they just said I was muted, and I was like, I don't remember muting myself. What the fuck happened? Oh god, I'm so scared. Anyway, oh no, a bit during that section.
Only
just
muted
Penny.
talking to Penny. Don't ever trust. Don't. We might demote you. Damn
Yeah.
fine cup of streaming.
Yeah, jeez, dude.
My cat bit me
Cool.
for saying
That's all I
that.
need to know. Anyway, back to the scene.
Why are you so sharp? Sorry.
Right, this is like we have a place to live. We have food. This place is beautiful.
It is very nice. It's much nicer than what the world's gonna look like in like 5 days, or like 6 days, or like a week. I don't know. It might only just be 3 days, and then Atropos kind of just crashes into us, and we're all fiery flames, and there's this really strange kid from the woods dancing around. But who knows?
Do you really
It
believe
could easily not be that. What?
But like, do you really believe that? Like, not you. I mean, Walker, I feel like you're on the other side of this, right? Do you feel like we can actually save the world? That is our responsibility, right? That is yours. You should be able to do whatever you want. You have a ship, you run this place. This is your island right now. You don't just run the ship, you run the dinosaurs, right? You're on Dinosaur Island. Why would we leave?
I will express to you what I have always felt from the beginning. It's a sense of protection. I was first protected by my brother, who wanted nothing more than for me to flourish, And then I was protected by the Stormseeker when I was taken away to Tekatawaru. And then I was protected by all of my friends. And then I was protected by you. And I've been protected by you, Penny, as well. And all of these ogres have also protected me from so many things. I want to be able to help them, to be able to help you and you, Penny, in any way that I can. If that means leaving you guys here with the dinos as I fight death alone, then that is something that I will do for all of us.
What if we take like one dinosaur?
Who knows if they can even live off this island?
Who knows? Can you live off this island?
The Stegosaurus, the tiny baby Stegosaurus goes.
Exited.
Right.
So if there is any way off this island, I swear I will find it.
Okay, fine. I've already found it.
What?
What?
Just now. I talked to a lich, I made a deal. Bad choices. I make deals with bad things. It's sort of me.
Yeah,
you said
like
you made a deal with a lich?
I made a deal. You didn't. So
And
I
it wasn't
saved
my
it.
mom.
It wasn't a mom.
Okay.
No dads either. I don't think it was a dad.
Okay.
Holy
Good.
shit. It's the first time we met someone who wasn't a mom or dad.
Canonically, Mazarkul is a gay man, so
Hey! I mean, that means he can adopt.
right. I mean,
I
he
have
hasn't,
two
he hasn't
dads.
had sexual interest in about 250 years, but when he was
Doesn't mean
alive.
You don't have a kid.
No, it's true. It's true.
Right. There's apparently a crystal somewhere on this island. That if we find it... Oh, I'm being both producer and person at the same time. I'm so sorry. If we find it, if you move it from its spot, it will release the island. Right? It will break down the crystal from the outside. It will stay floating. We'll be safe. The only thing is, a lich wants it, 1, and 2, it's inside of a mountain surrounded by a crystal dragon. Which I didn't think dragons were dinosaurs, but it looks like they are.
Oh my goodness, the dragon, this dragon, not everything's a dragon. Well, what choice do we have, eh?
We talked about our choices.
Talk to the dragon.
Sure, let's talk. You're gonna talk to a crystal dragon.
I was hoping to avoid talking to any crystal dragon.
Look,
I'm more of a steely type of
It's
cat.
just they're so pretty. Like all the crystals all over the place, and it's just like I don't know. I didn't really want to eat them.
that's fair. But look, we're going out there. we know how long this is going to take because we mapped a bit of the island, right, to get to that center mountain. That means we need to prioritize what happens here while we're gone. Finn is very sick. We've got to take care of him. And I don't know what that means for the rest of the ogres.
Maybe we move the boat over to the water and with the help of a bunch of ogres, pulling.
Yeah, I'm saying if we do that sort of stuff, we might lose some of them.
Oh, we're gonna lose ogres?
Food's scarce, right? We can only eat quite dead dinosaur for so long.
Are the ogres gonna help save the world?
They've helped us get this far.
One of us just needs to make the choice.
To do what?
What's the choice?
I don't know what to tell you here, right?
Kill the dragons?
No.
Or the ogres?
No, there's... We're going away for quite some time.
Kiss the ogres and kill the dragon.
You're having a great time on this fucking island, aren't you?
Kiss the dragon, kill the ogres.
And then the ogres are just all standing probably in earshot of that.
Storfieseldax hides. Just glad that you're not trying to kill him for once.
What I'm saying, outside of character, I don't know if this is making sense, is that we're leaving this this group of people who doesn't take direction by themselves very well, and like won't prioritize things to help themselves alone, right?
Sunbeam's with them.
True, Sunbeam's with them. I guess maybe they'll be fine. And this is kind of all right. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I think it's a reasonable complaint, or not a reasonable worry, but Sunbeam alleviates that worry.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's
she
like,
had
damn.
to deal with Walker's brother, and he doesn't seem like a
And he's unruly. I don't know how she does it.
He's a cranky kitty.
There was a conversation we had at one point before this show even happened, where John was like, I want to eliminate some ogres because I'm tired of having so many ogres. And what I just did was I was like, hey, John, I've story-wise created a moment for you to eliminate some of those ogres. And John was like, oh, who are you? Why are you saying these things?
And he was happy to do it himself.
I'm sorry.
I
explaining
wrote
what's happening
myself
behind
into
the
a hole with Sunbeam. I wrote myself into a hole with Sunbeam, and I try to be fairer than I am dogmatic. I got rid of a crew member,
Fucking bird.
but we gained.
I killed a few.
So we gained
I
another
did.
one. So
I killed a few.
yeah. No, it's best laid plans. I
I was
didn't
looking
realize
for
this
like
was
a,
referring
I don't
to
know,
Z-
some gravitas to our choices, like
3 ogre death count.
who we send and where. We have to prioritize Finns. That means that someone else is gonna get hurt. Oh well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I appreciate it. So
Anyway, let's go get the MacGuffin.
So you are you're leaving the ogres behind under Sunbeam's care and making your way to the center of the island, avoiding ruby fanged Tyrannosaurus Rexes and packs of jet clawed velociraptors. Penny, make that survival check that we never ended up having you make to avoid all the animals on this island.
Go and roll some of the 1,000 bits of inspiration I have for being friends with dinos. 13.
13.
I have like 3, I think.
You are
About
able
3.
to avoid these packs of dinosaurs and arrive at the central inactive volcano that is the center of this island. And you are able to you find cave entrances. And when you enter this cave, the entirety of it is crystal. The stalactites, the stalagmites, the walls, they're nearly transparent. It's all there's some of them are tinged with colors, but most of it is like a brilliant white with the hanging rocks and columns and pools of water that are somehow even purer than the crystal that surrounds them. It's stunningly beautiful.
I want to take it all. How do I get this back to the ship?
It is the inside of a mountain.
Mm-hmm. You could just tie that up, huh?
And I mean, there might be ways. You travel deeper into the caves, following the basic directions that Mazarkul gave, and come to a large central chamber. A huger version of what you'd seen before, still with the dangling stalactites and stalagmites coming from the floor, and at the center of it, beating, is a huge ruby red crystalline heart, maybe 6 feet tall and 3 feet wide. And it's beating and moving, and it's connected by tendrils of crystal to the rest of the mountain, as though it is the lifeblood of this little crystalline cave. Wrapped around it, sleeping, cat-like, is a huge crystal dragon. Its skin, its scales are all translucent, and you can see its veins, its nerve endings. It's like a dragon anatomy lesson in crystal. Curled up, asleep, but with one open eye facing the cave entrance.
Okay. Okay. So that's the target, eh? The heart guarded by the crystal dragon, so that we can give it to a lich who wants nothing but power. All right. That seems like a fair trade to save the world. I'm here for it. So, how does blink work? Could I take something into the ether with me?
Not more than what you're wearing.
Oh,
like
no.
Maybe something small, like something handheld, not a multi-ton crystal heart.
Well, then I'm out of ideas.
I could cast telekinesis on it. Or I have a Normie. Everyone else come with ideas. I'm really sorry. Give me 1 second.
I feel like let me look. We could trick it. I can make a really loud noise outside. I could scream.
Maybe we can just
And then go invisible.
convince the dragon to give it to us, which seems far-fetched, but we do need that heart to save the world, which it is a part of.
I also feel like since we're stuck here, if it doesn't work out, the dragon will just find us and kill us while we're asleep.
What? It looks like it's a dragon doesn't wake up. But like,
I'm saying we wake him up and ask him what the deal is. That's what Walker's suggesting too, so I'm not crazy.
sorry, I disappeared for a minute. I was just sort of in my head. Sorry.
The odds are kind of against us, like.
Right.
Yeah, we could tell him or her or them the actual deal of why we're there.
I'm assuming this dragon is just here to protect this heart. Right?
Yes.
Then how is it's a dragon? It won't just give it to us, will it?
Dragons have been known to be reasonable sometime. I don't know any of these reasonable dragons myself.
No, I don't.
But
I play them too. Only two. Though.
Ben's kind of reasonable sometimes.
I'm not even talking about.
He's
him.
only half dragon. He's
I
only
also,
half
yeah,
reasonable.
he's only half.
You're right.
And no really trustworthy shadow dragon.
Another suggestion then is we're already taking the living heart from this island. We could kill its guardian as well.
That lich can get in if the crystal wall comes down, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. If it's still standing there, yeah.
so, what if they cut off this heart and the wall comes down, like almost immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we time that with the lich coming? He'll deal with the dragon, and we get the fuck out.
What I thought it was but like what if they want to get into the island because like they want to do horrible things to the whole island and eradicate all the dinosaurs?
Well, they're
Well,
gonna do that anyway.
It was like
Then-
one problem at a time, and we're currently
What if the
trying to
dragon's
stop
protecting
death.
the dinosaurs.
Oh,
This feels like an audience choice.
Sure.
You've I want to see if I can consolidate it. There's sneak and break out the heart, trick the dragon, attack the dragon, talk to the dragon. Are those the four things that you guys have brought up? Is there something I missed?
I want to throw one thing in there.
Sure.
I can cast dominate, wrong, sorry, wrong dialect. Dominate beast. No,
On dinosaurs, yes. Dragons are unfortunately not beasts.
they're not beast. What are they?
Dragons. You need dominate monster.
Okay. Alright, never mind.
All right, audience. There will be a poll soon.
Was it again sneak?
Sneak, trick, kill, talk.
Alright.
We love no responsibilities, Crystal Dinosaur Dead World.
I would just like to say that I really appreciate that my role has consistently been the Chaos Goblin.
I feel like you could play a lawful good paladin and you would find a way to be the Chaos Goblin, and I mean that with all the love in the world.
I have no joy but chaos.
Right.
Everyone make a choice. Here's the choice music. Here it comes.
Also, I can't play good characters. No interest.
Well,
I have plenty of good PCs and NPCs.
sure. Well, no, you delight in chaos, and that is wonderful for storytelling. So, people want to talk to this dragon. It looks like.
Oh, we're
Yes.
chatting with the dragon?
Yes, let the world die in hate. Don't let Penny get their way. You know it's underdeveloped. Penny just doesn't want to go back to the Dragon Queen.
Right? It's probably the first time in a long time my worms haven't moved around in my face, so that's nice.
They've been very still since you've come here.
Like I don't see why that we can just like that's a good thing. I also don't like the idea of Walker going alone though, so that's why I remain
Mm-hmm.
gleefully
Religion
irresponsible.
doesn't seem to be good for you guys right now.
I'm just gonna say, when we get on the other side, I get bossed around more and traumatized. Euclid's face starts moving again.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
It does. It does suck.
But we can fix it.
Can we?
We can.
Yeah, I could jump into a fire at some point. Maybe that's what we're looking at in the future. Like a little self-sacrifice story. I don't like it.
Or we win and you get the worms out of your face. You thought about that? You didn't think about that.
No.
Start thinking about that.
Everyone's
Yeah.
for diplomacy.
It's like a football game. Just score more points and then suddenly it's over, eh? Yeah.
The
Worms
focus
just
is
disappear from my
All
face.
right, we're talking. Only one person wanted kill. And nobody wanted a sneaker trick. All right, so
The dragon.
wake up the dino or wake up the dragon.
Oh, who's going in?
I can mage bat.
You're the one who talks to dinosaurs. Why don't you talk to the dragon?
I just read it in a book once and I thought it would go well. So, one second, let me check something. I'm gonna actually, as I go up, I can. Oh yeah, I can. No. Yes, I'm gonna just make sure that. No, never mind. I'm just gonna go up, and I am going to just very, very gently tap on the foot of the dragon, the open eye side.
The dragon turns, its scintillating capillaries and veins glowing underneath its crystalline skin. Its great big head turns towards you and says, "It has been long since any have come to disturb the chamber of the essence of life. No one is meant to be here. You should leave immediately while you can."
Essence of life, my liege. There have been an attempt to get us to take your heart, and we were wondering if maybe we could get off the island instead.
There is nothing preventing anyone from leaving this island.
What do you mean?
We come to the surface so that so that we are not permanently encased in water, and then we return. Sometimes travelers such as yourselves are trapped when we retreat back into the water, but there is nothing preventing you from leaving.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, guys, can we just go?
There's a giant crystal wall around the island.
Yes, if we could leave, we would leave.
She looks at you with a bemused look on her face and says, "That crystal wall is not mine, nor the island's doing."
So how do you get rid of it for us so we can go home?
Are you the one that sent the dragon? What is it? Turtle beast? What is it?
I sleep here and guard this heart. There is little else I do.
Right.
So it doesn't sound like removing this heart is going to bring down the crystal.
Oh no, it does sound like it's gonna bring down the crystal, but it's not because the crystal heart's being moved. I'm getting... Right. Look. Dragon. What does this heart do?
There are eternal essences in the world that are used to power the greatest things in this world. The elves have the essence of magic, which hides their homeland. The dwarves have the essence of making, which allows them to create anything. The essence of life has been hidden away so that it cannot harm, so it cannot be used to create monstrosities, which is what those who had access to it used it for. So therefore, it has been kept here.
Okay. Look, the actual world, all of it, is ending right now. Out there's a star, blowing it towards this world. It's gonna end. All of it. Now, we can stop that. But what you're gonna need to do is give me that heart.
The dragon looks at you and says, I was told that death would come to this world, and that is what I guarded this heart for. Are you saying that death comes and it is time for the essence of life to be used responsibly once again?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check, Euclid.
Persuasion. I'm gonna use inspiration to roll my own die. Someone gave it to me. 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Great. She says, in that case, I do sense faintly the presence of death. He who created the essence of life. For you know the story of Atropos, do you not?
Of course.
And why he desires death?
No. Why does he desire death?
For he created life. He was the first world, and he spread the seeds of life to other worlds so they might flourish and live. But in this splitting of himself, he became mad. And in his madness, the only way to restore his sanity is to remove every seed of life that he planted across the multiverse. It is an impossible task, but it moves from world to world, destroying all the life that was created due to it in time immemorial.
That seems counterproductive. Why doesn't it just die?
It cannot die, at least not by its own hand, and many have struggled to bring about its death. There are some that think that what is here can hold it back, if not destroy it utterly.
Right.
Well, then, yes, we need that.
Yeah.
Can we have it?
She says, yes, you may. If I sense that you are strong and you are honest. If what you require is this heart to fight off death, then you shall have it.
Hey, 1 second.
Well,
What about the person that is gonna come on the island? Are you gonna be okay? Like, do we just take it out and then put it back in again, or?
The warmth of this island will go away. The protective magics that make us sink beneath the ocean and arise. Poachers and others who will seek the death of the creatures on this island will come, but we can defend it.
I think we can. And I think, so if I use this, could we bring it back when it's done?
Yes. There is infinite energy within each of the essences.
So you can be alive again?
I will remain alive.
Oh,
I will remain a
okay.
guardian of this island.
How many hearts do you have?
It is not my heart, it is the island's.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought we had to kill you.
Had you tried to take the heart without explaining yourselves, yes, you would have.
Oh,
It would have been a glorious, difficult fight full of prismatic sprays and lightning breaths. Very dramatic.
I have a crazy idea. So, I'm assuming we aren't carrying this. One of us absorbs it for a moment, right?
She clinks the heart and it cracks and opens up, and inside is a glowing red ball that occasionally flashes white. And she says, "No, it is carried." And she touches it, and it like floats along the edge of her finger before she releases it, and it sits floating in the air in front of all of you.
I don't want to give the bad person the thing.
I know. I have an idea. What if, instead of giving him the item, I just sold my soul again?
Do you have any more soul left?
It's one soul, but I've sold it twice already. Why not make it 3 times?
I don't think your soul is worth
It's not.
infinite
What I'm
energy.
saying is, if I'm any way to absorb this, I become the thing. Then, yeah, of course, you have me, but you also have to fight these other 2 people who are in charge of me at the same time. That's all I'm saying. That's an idea. Is that possible?
You want the source of life to be inside you at the same time as the source of death?
What is delirium, but not 2 things opposite at the same time?
This is when I would take the bottle away.
I don't drink.
Exactly. So, what's happening?
I think it's our way out of this.
I mean,
I follow the word
Is-
of the deal.
how much do
Without-
I know about this muzzle? Let's see. Probably
Breaking it.
nothing. I rolled a 1 for that, so absolutely nothing.
No,
I mean, how bad could this muzzle be? We're going to fight death anyway. Let's just go back on our deal.
No, that's a bad idea. We do not go back on our deal with Mazurkul. I don't think you can. He's a literal lich.
I know, but like not all liches are bad.
I don't know if that's true.
Yes, I do.
You do. I don't.
Mom lich.
Your mom's pretty bad, isn't she?
No,
Did she like destroy an entire plane or something?
no.
Didn't she try to?
Kind of.
Alright.
But only because she didn't want to die.
That's what we're talking about. That's literally what we're
I
talking
feel
about.
like the Raven Queen was messing up things first, but that's besides the point.
Okay. John, is there a possibility that my idea could possibly happen?
soaking it up might destroy you. This is extraordinarily powerful. You can try, but it could be really bad. Holding onto it and using its power seems much more likely. And you are in a contractual bound obligation to not get in the way of this lich. And it seemed to have some sort of magical binding property to it.
Problem
If
is,
you,
I want to
sorry,
mention this, John. If I could be cut off my god, I'm cut off by magical binding.
But if
Alright.
we take off this, take out of this and remove that crystal barrier, then you would be susceptible again.
Yeah, but I already made the deal.
you have a suspicion about the origin of this crystal barrier?
Yeah, I understand where it came from. But I don't think even a lich could literally... Is a lich more powerful than a god?
If a lich created a crystal barrier, do you think he would have a roundabout way of getting through it?
Alright, fine. Hence why I'm trying to find a loophole so we don't give him...
I understand.
I think my loophole wasn't a horrible one. If I die
don't-
doing it, I mean, I'm... Whatever, fine.
But like,
I'm not saying no. I'm saying danger.
do you want to die?
It's not the first time I've died. It's also not the first time I've made a horrible pact with a demon lord.
I feel like we will
Stop
need
doing
you
this.
later
I feel like this
in
is
this
just
adventure.
you really wanting to go with like the whole cyclical, I must always harm myself the same way, and like,
Yeah, I
Anyway.
believe you are. How do I say this? Jumping off the deep end. You don't have to take on this.
Literally the end of the world. What end am I going to jump into at this point?
Listen, you have friends now, okay? You've got to live for them too.
Exactly.
I don't want to see you explode.
I don't want to hand this. Shh, dragon, go to sleep. I don't want to hand this to a Lich Lord.
Listen, there has got to be a way to get this away from this Lich Lord afterwards.
Afterwards? No. Never.
We've got powerful friends as well.
Yeah, and he shouldn't ever be able to fucking touch it, right?
It's just a price
he
that
touches
we're
it-
going to have to pay.
If this thing has the ability to turn around the beginning of life and the end of life, it's able to take it, grab it by its face and go, no, and push it back and hold it back like a small child as it swings its arms at your face. If it can do that, what do you think an all-powerful Lich will do with it?
I didn't say it was ideal.
I think he never touches this.
I said I don't want you to die.
I'm gonna try not to. That's my
I'm
main goal.
not fine with you dying.
Oh, that's very kind of you, thank you.
It's not kind. I feel like I will need you later.
Alright, fine. Alright, sociopath.
Thank you.
Fine. Why don't... I'll leave it a shot. I feel like I'm gonna die.
What
Maybe
if
stop.
actually we used it then?
No?
Instead of you absorbing it, why don't you use it to
What?
I don't know, fight the Lich? He's
This could be the
he's
one thing.
bound by life somehow, you know? You can use it to reverse his whatever. I don't know. I'm not a magic user. I blink sometimes, but that's about it.
Honestly, blinking seems a lot more fun.
It is. I'm not gonna lie.
If anyone's got to absorb something and come out on the other end, I feel like my gray makes more sense than your weird ass worm situation. Like, I'm just saying, like, you're like, oh, I have this horrible worm that waits. I have
The only
the
reason...
Raven Queen.
True, but the Raven Queen doesn't own your soul. Doesn't tell you what to do. You do it because out of choice. The reason why
Yeah. So if
I
have
was
a,
saying
like,
it is that, like, I am bound to two other people, so
Mhm.
he has to fight the other two in that binding, right?
I feel like that's a lot of stuff happening in one person's body at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
why
delete-
I'm doing the copyright imbalance, right? Oh, that's the actual thing. Sorry, I'm trying to get you like as many things to fight over me at once. Their fight is each other and not us.
Do you not think that might rip you apart? At the seams.
Yes,
Yes. That's something
Look,
that
I
we
can't,
do not
like-
want right now.
I'm full of fucking worms, dude.
We can fix that. You
I tried for
saved
years.
my mother. I
Yes.
will do anything to help you.
We're doing this to stop the end of the world. I'm not important, and I thank you. I care about you. I love you, man. But like, I'm not trying to like. Yes, I shouldn't fight for this. I want you guys to make a decision with me. But I'm just saying, it's a choice. It's an option. I don't want you to feel a fear for me. I'm pretty strong. I've got two gods in me right now, in which neither
Yeah,
can influence.
you want to know something really funny about
What?
when the god sits in you? This is kind of apparently his whole stupid plan too, and that's how he ended up being a god.
Which one?
So, like, you sound like Skim. From what I understand,
Look, I never met him.
I think that's
so-
why Walker was like, "Are you drinking? Yes? No?
Sorry, I mean... I've done a lot of bad things that I have to atone
Okay,
for.
yes, we are aware." Penny grabs the thing.
Great. Penny, you grab the essence of life and you are filled with vibrance. Your hit point total doubles as you hold onto it.
Mhm.
And you feel that any life magic that you cast, any healing magic, would be exponentially more powerful than normal. You're also filled with the knowledge that you could create life if you so desired. right? You don't quite know how that works, but if you wanted to design a creature, you could do so. As you hold onto it, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, it's not important right now.
A great cracking sound fills the area, and you hear the great dome above the island beginning to crack and sunder. And the dragon says, "I feel the presence of the creature that you have mentioned. The Lich is coming in. The protections of this island against the undead are gone, and he can now enter."
So what are you
Want to
going
go outside to greet him, or do you want to wait for him to come in here?
So
I feel like I
maybe
made
we
enough
should
decisions
give it
for
choice.
5 seconds.
let's go meet him.
Fine, let's go meet the Lich.
So you step outside. You see Mazercool. The first thing that you note are all the crystals. He has a line of magical gems imbued down his forehead, and his teeth have all been replaced with square-cut crystals and gems of various different colors. And it looks like a cage.
Yes.
He's wearing a giant red robe that is cut down to here, and his chest is implanted with magical gems as well.
Stunting.
His right hand is covered in rings. It's the hand that you saw before.
Big.
His left hand is clearly cut off and replaced with some other hand. And one of his eye sockets is empty, and the other has a magical eye in it. He clutches a staff that brims with power. I would like Arcana checks.
Walker has no idea what it is. But maybe he does.
19.
19?
14. I'm close.
14? Penny?
19.
Yes, you've studied a lot of dark magic, I imagine, yes?
And he's all dark magic.
Right. That is the eye and hand of Vecna. And a staff of the Archmagi. And he says, "I'm so pleased that you've managed to resolve this without violence. If I'd known that you could have done so, I would have urged you to do so in that way. But as it stands, our deal is very clear. Hand over that which you have, and we shall part peaceably, and I will solve this entire Atropos mess with it."
Will you though?
How can we
You
trust
have a lot going on. You have like a lot of accessories that indicate that.
I have been around for a very long time and acquired power in every manner that I could.
What was the goal?
Has
Sorry?
he noticed that Penny absorbed me?
Well, you didn't absorb it. I'm holding onto it and connected to
Yes.
it, right? It's
Holding
not
it
an
very
absorption
tight.
thing, right? Right. And he knows exactly where it is. And he says, "Hand me that essence as per our deal, and all shall be well."
It wasn't my deal though.
He looks at you and he says, "Are you aware that I could kill you with a thought?"
Yes. But why though?
"Because you are in my way."
I'm going to reach out and I'm going to try to absorb the thing before everyone else dies.
So you reach out. Penny, are you going to try to prevent him from doing this?
No.
Great.
Sorry.
Great. Euclid, you grab it. I need you to make a DC 25 Constitution saving throw.
Jesus Christ. Anybody got that inspiration they want to throw into me? All right.
It's one thing to hold it, it's another thing to try to bring it into yourself, right?
Okay. DC 25, Constitution saving throw. All right. Here we go.
You got inspiration.
I got inspiration. All right.
Twice. So roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
Because I'm feeling nice.
So DC what?
25.
Can Penny also cast a spell right now since it's opened?
Sure.
Awesome. What do you want, Zeke?
Do you have any guidance?
You have a lot of options for that boost for you.
I don't know. Can you? How can you boost it?
I have plenty of things that will allow you to have advantage.
Not advantage. Can you give me anything else to a plus to my roll?
Let's see. Let me go through my pages.
Bless.
Yeah. Bless would work. I'm just seeing if I have anything.
Yeah, no, of
there.
course. I'm just trying to think of
also
it's a saving throw.
intending
So
Yeah.
enhanced ability doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Flash. I'm trying to think of like the things that do this, and the party doesn't have it.
No, that's another thing as well.
Right. Like a bard, artificer, like they have abilities that could affect this. Like paladin.
I'm a soul knife.
Right.
Alrighty. I guess I can.
Does
just go
resistance add a number or give advantage? I feel like resistance.
Resistance, I believe, adds a number, but let's double check on that.
It's one of those spells that I know is good, but nobody ever uses. Adds a D4, so
Yep.
resistance could
Add a
work.
D4. Resistance work. Thankfully, I believe it is actually one of her cantrips. It is. Yeah.
Cool.
I just ignore it. It doesn't come up very often.
Hey, but when it does,
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a D4. I got a 4. So we're gonna keep that one. And then I got a nat 20. Nat 20 +2 +4.
the essence of life is absorbed into Euclid, because what Euclid needed was more things absorbed into him. And we were wondering when was Euclid going to absorb another thing? And the answer was now. And the essence of life crawls into you. You feel yourself glowing and unable to maintain it. Your body is twisted and overwhelmed, and you are suddenly very clear that you are the essence of life. You are now that which Atropos can be harmed by, and that which Atropos desires to destroy more than anything else. You are the seed of life on this planet now, until you find some way to remove it. The worms in your face writhe and twist, and it is immensely painful. Mazerkul doesn't even look disappointed or anything. And he says, and he watches you do this, and he says, "Do you think this has somehow altered our deal?"
No.
I did in some ways.
Now you have to fight a few people over me. Not. Fuck. Ow. Stop moving. Sorry. The worms. Anyway.
No, we have a deal that you are going to turn that over to me, and now you are it.
I know.
Are you going to turn yourself over to me, or are you going to break the deal?
No, you're gonna come with me as we discuss with everyone in this world. But you are going to save it. Now shall we come together to this council?
Persuasion check, advantage.
Can I have your eye if you guys do the whole world thing?
Whose
Our
eye?
flaws are ready.
Oh, the lich.
I'm rather attached to this
But
particular.
like, can I borrow it sometimes? You
If
know,
I'm
my
given-
mom's a lich too.
If I'm given reason to trust or like you, perhaps. As it stands, I'm feeling a little betrayed.
14 plus 9.
Very well. I have no specific desire.
14 plus 5. It was 19. I don't know why I said plus 9. Sorry.
I have no specific desire for this beyond what it can do for me, and it has not ceased being able to do those things for me. I will join you at this council, and perhaps I can convince those wiser than you to turn over the energy that is needed to stop this apocalypse.
Does anyone else hear some buzzing? Because I'm hearing buzzing.
Oh, I think that is just you
Okay.
Yeah, that is totally
and the
just
essence of
letting-
life.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Zeke, before I agree with the glitter worms thing, do you have access to glittery makeup?
I do.
Great. The worms glitter.
Great.
I didn't want to be like, do this, and Zeke, go spend money on glittery makeup.
I have glitter. They'll glitter. They'll glitter next week. Okay. Alright. So we have a boat. I could probably move it now, but you probably won't. Could you help us move it as a show of...
Oh, easily.
Thank you.
And he gestures, and a shadow wings burst out of his back. His left hand glows with lightning, and his right hand glows with fire. You recognize this as Baylor energy that he's clearly siphoned at some point. And he flies to the edge of the island, and using powerful telekinesis, drags the boat towards the shore. The mast and everything is like nearly done, and he says, "We should get to this meeting before it's over. You're late, you know." And a massive dragon turtle, the undead dragon turtle that harassed you before, rises out of the water. He says, "Zizu, take this boat to Polynisos, where this meeting is happening. I shall join you shortly."
So it was you.
A simple application of control weather and giving orders to my minion. Yes.
Why couldn't I just keep the dinosaur island then?
But you're the one feeling betrayed. Okay.
So yeah, no, this guy is like CR27. Damn fine Kappa streaming. He sucked up a Baylor, so he's Baylor plus Lich, with some others, with some very powerful.
Plus Vecnavit.
Plus Vecnavits. He's when I say he's one of the most powerful beings in this world, I mean it. He's not a simple CR21
He's got
monster manual
some
step.
body mods.
So to Denny's, yes. And your boat is being dragged quickly by the undead turtle. You'll be a few days late to this meeting, but you'll still make it.
Did we get any of the crystal onto the ship?
Yes.
Your people are figuring out how to do it. Mazarkul sees this and says, "Let it never be said I didn't give you anything." And he'll telekinetically rip one of the crystal columns out and float it onto your ship.
Gotta give me something. Good.
Hey, thank you for joining us for Dice Drinks and Drama. We stream every week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. We have binary choices there, so you can actually interact with us, change the fate of our characters. And if you want to jump in on a new campaign, we're about to start one this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Once again, it's going to be an Eberron campaign, a mystery noir adventure. It's going to be super fun. I think you're going to like it. If you want to support us, down below we have links to our Patreon and our Ko-fi and all that fun stuff as a link tree. Just click on it, navigate it there. And if you're interested in new episodes, maybe jump around, see what happened, we got some links up around nebulously floating in the ether. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We got a subscription just below me, and hit that bell maybe? I don't know. I think that's something YouTubers say. We're on YouTube right now. I'm here. I don't... Am I... We'll see if I use this.